Greetings and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon Banshee, and it's Goth Tarot, my weekly look into the shadow issues, the shadow parts of our lives, see if there is substance within that darkness. There often is. It's not about being depressed. It's about looking at life in a different way. So to wit, today, I'm back to one of my other readings. I'm starting with the dark design. At the end of the reading, I'm going to do a meditation or omen from the Oracle of the Hekatean Path. So I'm using the Gothic Tarot for the first card, and as I mentioned, that's the dark design. It's the overall environment that we're in. Things going on. These are things that are not necessarily about us, but we may be involved in them somehow. They affect us. So what is that dark design? It's the reversed Ace of Swords. What seems to be going on in the overall environment is a feeling that there's a stall going on in terms of certain projects or certain ventures. There could be anxiety associated with that. There seems to be issues of non-clarity where people seem to have confusion about whether they can proceed with this or further capitalize on its hopeful success. All right, so deck 2 will be the dark drama. And as usual, well, not as usual, but I'm using the Murder the Crows. I'm sort of thinking that if the drama is the influence of others, the actual influence of others, or what they bring to the table, then I like this deck because I sort of feel the energy of the whisper of crows, the voices that maybe only half heard, and that we should hear what's going on out there. I love my Murder of Crows tarot. It's kind of a larger sized one, so it's a little harder to shuffle, but I get it done. Okay, so what is that dark drama? What is that thing that is influencing us? The whispers of others, perhaps. It's the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is upright. Just going to nestle you in there. So people may be talking about you or trying to influence you in the way to somehow make you more aware of your losses or your sadness. It's kind of interesting. I mean, sometimes we don't know why people say some of the things they say. If it is about overt manipulation or influence, it could go both ways. People could be wondering why you are the person in that depressed mode rather than their own machinations to keep you there. Still, I feel that could be true because of the first card, that the environment seems to support an ill at ease, an inability to really pick up the reins and kind of move. Let's face it, there's a big elephant in our collective room here in America. It's coming in just a few weeks, and so there are a lot of feelings about anxiety, or like the Five of Cups, a sense of loss. I'll just leave it at that. It is on either side. I mean, we should face that. So then, what are the dark shadows? What are the things that haunt us truly? And some of that is an extrapolation maybe on these first two cards, that if we understand our environment and what's around us in this kind of broody, depressed-like sense, what else is there that is possibly a thing we really need to know about? What haunts us? It's the lack of control, or it's the lack of finding the opportunity. It's the Three of Wands reversed. And the Three of Wands reversed, I can go a couple ways with this. I mean, I sort of feel like somebody feels they don't have an opportunity or advantage to be involved with something. Maybe we are haunted by the fact that we seem to feel, to some degree, disincluded from things going on, perhaps, or that's just somehow we're not quite there with everyone. We seem to be a step behind for some reason, or something. And we're wondering why this is. I guess the idea that maybe this could be deliberate, or that this could just be somehow you are being forgotten and you feel that way. And of course, that could be something that a lot of us, as you know, our counter-cultural kind of lives or existence, does make us feel, as well as other people, that sometimes we're not really here. Hey, try getting older. That's the ultimate invisibility in some respects, you know, that you do sort of feel like everyone does forget about you, or that a lot of people certainly do. But Mr. Obi isn't here to whine about himself, despite appearances. So let's move on to the final card then. And I'm going to use the Black Tarot. By the way, that was the Ghost Tarot for that last card, that last pull, the Three of Wands. So I'm using the Black Tarot for our dark twist. What happens in the end that maybe is not expected, possibly changes things. I can't necessarily guarantee that. And then we'll move on to the meditation. And just a little reminder, but I'm doing the occasional pull during the week. Every several days I'll pull a card in addition to the ones we're doing. And it's all about the Vampire Tarots. I'm not using one here for Gothic Tarot today because I'm saving it for my somewhat, not quite really, 30 days of bite. Okay, it's not that, but every several days I'm using one of the 5 or 6 different Vampire Tarot decks. Actually, I did use one, the Gothic Tarot, the very first card there, that Ace of Swords. So it's an additional reading. It's also on Instagram as well as our YouTube channel. I think I end up sharing it to Facebook and Twitter too. X. Okay, the dark twist. What's the unexpected destiny or situation change that may be occurring here? It's the Eight of Wands, and it's upright, so I like that. The twist is somehow supercharged energy just kind of comes in there. Something comes in there, guides you towards the target, or that you feel this energy or projection that picks you up and moves you towards your goal all along. And so if we were looking at the idea that there was a lost opportunity or something that you fell behind with, my dear Goth friends, you are moving ahead. That's what that says there, the Eight of Wands. So it's a good outcome. It feels like it starts off with, sluggishness, not getting to your point, the sword. And people around you notice that this is depressing you, or that you feel this loss. You move on to this then, where it just also feels like nothing really is working out for you. You're falling further and further behind, and yet somehow, as a twist of fate, it seems to work out in the end. So I like that. I don't know if that's related to possibly things like Pluto went direct. And you got to figure that if you are a Goth type of personality, that Pluto is probably like, your homeboy planet in a way. It may have a lot to do with the Gothic kind of mode and personality. Or not. I guess I'm just throwing it out there, though, as an idea. So now I'm going to do the final draw, and it's not exactly a meditation. It may be just a final omen card. It's from the Oracle of the Hekatean Path. Definitely want to try to be more ambitious with this deck, especially pairing it with my Hekatean Tarot that I've had for a few years now, and I haven't really cracked it much because that's pretty different for me. A lot of Greek names in it. I don't want to embarrass myself by not being able to pronounce them. Okay, so what's our final oracle, our final card, or sense of something going on? Melano, dark-minded, and it says dichotomy. Number 4. Born of the underworld and the heavens, Hecate Melano's contradictory nature reflects the struggle inside many of us. The task of keeping things balanced within can lead to a schism. In disguise, Hecate knows your highest truths and your most hidden fears. Let her torches guide you through both sides of yourself, in the shadows and in the light. Hecate awaits those who seek the mysteries, and is the guide and initiate tricks of all who approach her with a pure heart. So that's, a good card, I think. There was a sense of hum-ho-ness a little bit about the reading. This was not like some of the readings where you can kind of see there's some real dramatic stuff going on in our emo-ish lives, especially a week or two ago. I think there was a good reading there. With the Five of Cups, the sense of, maybe feeling like you don't have everything you thought you liked or you wanted. And then this idea here, looking for your personal truths and realizing sometimes the balance has to achieve that. And I like the way balance is achieved in a way by going from the dark shadows to the dark twist, the Three of Wands reversed, missing something, missing an opportunity, and then the Eight of Wands sort of catching up. So that's what I have for Goth Tarot this week. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next week. Don't forget to come to our live show tomorrow. And I think on Friday, in addition to my outlook on the emotional exchanges, which is a video recording for our emotional lives, and so it's a little bit more upbeat than maybe Goth Tarot, that drops down our YouTube channel at 7 a.m. You can view it anytime. It's good for a week. And I do this reading for the entire zodiac, all the signs of the zodiac. I just pull 2 or maybe 3 cards for each. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Later on Friday, I'm going to pull one of the cards from the vampire decks. I'm not sure which deck I'm going to use. I've already used several different ones I have, so I want to use a different one. And this card will be called Fright Night Friday, because it will be Friday, and of course Fright Night is one of the coolest vampire films of all time. Don't forget to watch a Saturday for the happy hour. We'll be here at 10 o'clock, I believe. Our regular positive pull for everyone. No questions asked, just we give you a good message for the week ahead. Sunday is Banshee's show, The Material Matters. It's on at 10. It's pre-recorded like this show, but you can also go to her chat room where she will be there live, possibly me, and we'll discuss things. And then later on Sunday is another live stream, our regular show from 2 to 4 p.m. Did I mention Thursday's show was from 7 to 9 p.m.? I may not have. So that's it for the week ahead, and we are working on some Halloween stuff. We just haven't quite pulled it together yet, but within this week or so we hope to. It basically amounts to some giveaways to our loyal followers. We have some extra decks that we may try to share with you if you're stateside. And of course, if you are not stateside, we're hoping to give to you some video readings or Zoom readings even. So check us out. We're everywhere we can possibly be at the moment, or at least that we want to be. We are TFT Tarot for Today.